York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, the Knicks fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we get into it, I want you to do me one small favor. I want you to hit that like button. I definitely want you to subscribe, leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop. Hit the notification bell. But y'all seen the thumbnail, and tell I don't know, ain't that many of y'all in here right now. So I'm just going to start talking to y'all. Do come. But the Knicks was not supposed to lose to this team. Um, what can I say? The Spurs come into this game the worst team in the league in offense, defense, you name it, the worst. The New York Knicks, we not the best, but we like ninth in scoring, 115 points a game. To their 110 a game. This was a game you're supposed to win. I'm gonna break it down, get into this and that and everything, but this is my third live show, so you gotta bear with me. I'm a little nervous, you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to come up in here. So I don't know. We can keep giving Tibbs a pass, but y'all seen the thumbnail, like, and I think should he be fired? Should Tibbs be fired? I think he should be fired. There's no way that San Antonio Spurs are supposed to beat us. Um, we're gonna talk about three topics real quick that I want to get into. And then, like I said, I want y'all to hit me in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. The first topic we're gonna talk about defense, and we're gonna talk about offense. Now, the rotation, I should have put the interview up or should have had a video of it. Actually, it was the game before this game when Ted was asked a question about when should he had played. It was that overtime loss. Should we had played Cam Reddish or Evan Fournier? Yeah, he did bring Evan Fournier, still a 9-man rotation, whereas teams are playing 10, 11 players against the New York Knicks. And that's what I mean by expanding. Or, okay, Tibbs like to talk about the matchup and the personnel matchup. Now, this game, he brought Evan Fournier. Yeah, I would like to see Evan Fournier in the game, but he played Evan Fournier over Cam Reddish. Um, Evan Fournier is a slow guy. He's not that mobile. We all know he's a liability on defense. He can get a spark off the bench, with offense. He had like 11 points. Let me check before I go over there. He had like how many points he had this game? He had computer a little slow. Evan Fournier. Yeah, he had 11 points. He played 16 minutes. I think Cam Reddish would have did a better job than what's it called? Well, I gotta look over to check this my comments. I see you, Pudge. Yeah, but I understand you saying, Pudge. But if they saving Cam to get traded, don't they gotta play him to just let the other teams know what he can do or see what he can do? Because if we think about the last time he played and his history with the injuries and him making mistakes, then it's got to play him so other teams can see that he's worth it. And because I'm hearing the Knicks want a first round pick, I don't know if he's going to get a first. They're going to get a first round pick for Cam Reddish, but at least a second round. We have a lot of picks. We'll have over 22 picks. I mean, what's one more pick? I don't know what you think. So I know they want to trade him, but they gotta play him, and they should have played him over Evan Fournier because I don't see nobody really trade for Evan Fournier at all. It don't make no sense with contract. It'll be for a few more years. I don't see him helping no team really. You know what I'm saying? But he is a good role player. You know what I'm saying? He's not complaining. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a professional. He I don't know, but Cam Reddish is in my book. He's an enigma, but I kind of put him over there with Kevin Knox. You know what I'm saying? Like And if you ask me, Kevin Knox, I would put Kevin Knox a notch ahead of Cam Reddish because he stayed healthier. You know what I'm saying? He's on the court more than Cam Reddish. But I think Cam Reddish, his trade value is not that high. But he still should have been on the floor over Evan Fournier in last night's game against the Spurs. The Spurs have a bunch of young guys. Evan Fournier is much older than Cam Reddish. Um, you see how slow he was on the court. Um, like I said, the rotation has he keep Tibbs keep talking about the rotation, and I don't like the curse. You're gonna hear me using kind of corny ass, excuse me, like I say, I come out but corny bull crap. You know what I'm saying? What Tibbs be talking in my book is this bull crap. He just have his favorite players because I know a lot of y'all like Devin Rose, but Derrick Rose should not be on the floor. I think Ryan Archinano, I can't pronounce his name, bear with me, but Ryan was healthy. I think he should have been on the floor. Um, the reason being, I Derrick Rose took a couple of shots that was questionable. I know he was trying to get a spark in the offense, but Tibbs don't run plays. And I'm gonna get to that. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you see if that's the third thing topic on this board. But I'm gonna get to that. But Tibbs really don't run plays for his team. Um, when I get to the defense, I got a clip, so I'm not gonna really get into the defense just yet. But I got a clip that I want to show. I gotta go over to check the comments. You know what I'm saying? So like I was saying, Tibbs, the rotation. What can I? A lot of people said this was a flawed rotation. I mean, yeah, flawed roster. And you see it because we have two of our best players. You know, we lost. Not to mention, we lost that game. We mentioned missing 40 points, missing 40 points in the other game as well. Brunson and my man Star Barrett. You know what I'm saying? I'm still high. I'm still high on RJ Barrett. I know he started the season off slow, but I see him coming around. I still think he can be. If not this year, next year he should be an all-star. But if he continue to keep playing the way he's playing, I don't know. I'm gonna have to back up because we February right around the corner. The all-star break is right here. I don't see him jumping past too many players that's right in his position. But next year, if he continue to play the way he's playing right now, RJ Barrett should be an all-star. Missing him and missing Brunson, yeah, that was costly. But I think we lost the game due to the rotation. I think Tibbs should have had we should have played the 10 players. So we don't have our major guys in there. We need the offense from somewhere. We need a spark from somewhere. I think Ryan Garciano should have been in there as our point guard. Um, when I say that, I mean because we started quickly. So that to give quickly a rest, quickly play like 50 something minutes in that overtime. Like the young guys in that overtime, they played more minutes than they ever played since joining the New York Knicks. And this is why I'm talking about Ryan coming off the bench and letting McBride go over to shooting guard because McBride, even though he did start, see, we kind of short-handed. That's why I said we should have Cam Reddish coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? But either way, we could have. Let's see how can we work this rotation. I know it's hard for Tibbs, but Tibbs is the coach. He get paid a lot of money to figure this out. He's supposed to know the person now. Um, bring some guys up from the G League. Let's see what we got in this rookie, Trevor Neal. Um, Something have to give until we get our main guys back. Now let's go on to the defense real quick. When I want to start the defense off, I just want to hit you with a play. We're gonna break down a play. Give me a second right here. My computer's a little slow. Y'all might be seeing it and I'm not seeing it. That's how slow my computer is. This is why I sometimes don't do live. All right, here we go. All right, you see on this plate, the defense is what I'm talking about. As you come in, you're gonna see quickly gonna have to step up. Once quickly step up, he's gonna dish the ball off to Langford. Now, when Langford come in with this shot, McBride, the man he playing, he has to run over and play defense. And if you look at it, he can even pass the ball he took the shot, but he could pass the ball to the guy right here. That could be an easy jump shot, or that could be a dunk. And this is what I'm talking about, the defense. Like right now, our defense, we have too much trapping going on in the defense, too much double teaming. Like I said, I remember my last videos, he liked to run that ice, you know what I'm saying, a lot of trapping, and it kills the New York Knicks. When we was on that 8-game winning streak, um, we just happy to be lucky that teams wasn't hitting the shots that they usually probably make, and we was playing some. Let's be truthful. Let's be honest. We was playing some god awful teams. So not awful, but they had bad nights. They was missing stars like Golden State was missing Steph, but still Jordan Poole put up some numbers. And that's the thing about it. Whenever we do play defense with guys like who I'm talking about, guys like let's talk about Romero Langford. Romero Langford dropped what? How many points he had on the New York Knicks? Let me go over here the stats real quick. I apologize. Langford dropped 23 points. He averaged 6.8 points a game. And this is whenever the New York Knicks play other teams, it always a guy who averaged 5 or 2 or 3 points a game and come out and have a breakout game. Because you know why? Because of the defense that I just showed you, the trapping. When like THIBS loved to pack that paint. And when he packed the paint, it's a confusing defense because as he packing the paint, on that play I showed you, Grimes, I didn't put the whole play in, but Grimes, first, let's go one more time. Let's go one more time over to the play. Real quick. There we go, right there. All right, now you see Grimes ran that guy. He pushed him back. Now, when he come off, we're going to freeze it again right here. You see quickly actually supposed to play the guy in on the corner, but because THIBS like to pack the paint, that's where he's at. So there's no way quickly can get over there in time to play defense. Now, when quickly run over there, he goes around quickly and he hits a baby jumper right there from the sideline. But at the same time, like I just said, he could have hit the guy that McBride is holding because McBride had to rush that guy. And this is why other players like Romeo Langford come out and drop 23 points. Other guys like, come on, Dunkovich has 60 points. Dunkovich made history, 60 points, 20 rebounds. And this is why the teams and players come in and just be doing what they do to the New York Knicks for the same reason I just showed you, the defense. Now, I don't know if THIBS is going to be fired. I know a lot of us want him fired. It's just that relationship there. So it's gonna take a lot. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks are ninth in the league. Let's go saying at scoring. When it comes to defense, we 11th. We got a net rating of 1.9. We 11th in net rating. Will come to now. This is what kills us too. Our assists. I know the Knicks are moving the ball more than they did last year, but we're what 24th in the league. We average 23 assists a game, and that's what's killing us because we don't have enough ball movement. And when we do have ball movement, it's all the ball movement is to get Randall a better shot, or even don't get me wrong. Last night game quickly and Randall, as you see quickly and Randall, excuse me. He had what 36 points last night. Randall had 41 points. They both took 27 shots apiece. Um, Anybody next player to even take double digits attempts and field goals was Quentin Grimes. He made 10 shots and he had a terrible game. He shot 1 for 10 last night, and he took 10 shots. McBride shot 8. He went 3 for 8, and everybody else, nobody else went higher than 8. Fourier had 6 attempts. He went 4 for 6. Hartenstein went 2 for 4. Rose 1 for 5. Jericho Sims was 1 for 1. 27 shots apiece. That's 54 shots. That's why the New York Knicks lost the game last night, because we just ran isolation plays for Randall and quickly. This coach is, I don't understand he don't have an offensive plan. That's just it. He don't have an offensive plan, and if if he don't get one, the New York Knicks are gonna go nowhere. We can get to the playoffs, and we seen what happened when Julius Randle got double teamed in the playoffs 2 years ago. The Knicks had no offense. He couldn't even dish it off to Barrett because there was no cutting, there was no backdoor plays, and the biggest problem for me, one of my biggest, what you call it, griffs or whatever, is that peeves. It is he don't run no plays for the big men. Every now and then you'll see Grimes, because Grimes is created enough to come when he drive into the hoop. If the center, or if he get double team coming, he dish it off to either Robinson or Isaiah Hartenstein or whoever may be that's standing there by the rim. Grimes give it up. But them are not design plays. That's what I'm talking about. Tibbs should be running more plays for Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, even Jericho Sims. As high as Jericho Sims get up off the floor, we can be throwing mad alley oops, backdoor plays to Barrett. Barrett like slash. You know what I'm saying? None of these plays get drawn up. What he do, we bring the ball. But last night, he resorted back to last year before we had Brunson, where Julius Randle get the ball, bring it up, take 10, 15 seconds before he decide to either pass it or shoot it. And then you see, you, yo, Popovich he's if not the best coach in the league, he's one of the greatest coaches to ever coach this game. And he had Tibbs' whole scheme locked down. You know what I'm saying? Before Randle could get in his move, he was sending a double team because he already know Randle's not going to pass out the double team. And if he do pass out the double team, he's going to take 6 or 7 seconds while he's in the double team to even pass. He's going to throw the elbows, try to get loose, which sometimes cause an offensive foul. There's no, like, okay, there was one play, actually, Randle, it was when I'm talking about, he turned the ball over. When they walked through, the Tibbs called the timeout. When they walked out, he gave Randle that. I don't know if anyone y'all seen that last night. He actually gave Randle a pound. Randle just caused 2 turnovers, took 10 seconds off the clock, caused a bad possession, and you gave him that. There's no accountability when it comes to these 2 guys. I don't know if he knows something about Julius Randle's psyche. You know what I'm saying? We do see the guy on the side. Well, we don't see him as much anymore. The guy being on the side with Julius Randle doing the woo side, whatever before the game. We don't see that. But Tibbs is the wrong coach. And a lot of y'all talk about the New York Knicks should make a trade for this player, that player. And in some cases, y'all right. We need to get rid of Evan Fournier and get a more better player in that position. But what Tibbs going to do with that player when he get here? You know what I'm saying? If Tibbs is stuck, like he's stuck in a 9-man rotation, I'm not going to say he won't adjust if we have another player in that can make the team better. But if you look at Tibbs' history, it says he's not. You know what I'm saying? If you think about Derrick Rose, I think if Derrick Rose played under a different coach than Tom Thibodeau, he would have had a longer, well, he's still playing. Obviously, he wouldn't have been hurt as much. You know what I'm saying? He used to keep him on the floor, same as he keeping Julius Randle quickly or last night. But let's just talk about Brunson, Barrett, our 3 stars, how much time they on the floor. Like Julius Randle already in the records for New York books of one of the players playing the most minutes in the season, along with Carmelo Anthony and Anthony Mason. I don't know. This guy, he wear down players. He don't hold his stars accountable. I don't know the story behind that, so I'm not gonna really get into too much with that. But he don't run plays. His offensive is limited. Defense is outdated. He's still running the same defense from when he was playing with Chicago Bulls. Like, back in them days, you didn't have too many players that stayed in the gym and worked on 3 or even that long 2, if you want to call it that. So you had a lot of, pass down, banging with the big guys, Derrick Rose slashing to the hole. It wasn't that too many, 3-point shots taken. And when a player did take a long 2, because they didn't get in the gym and work on their skills like the players of today do, it was a 60, not even gonna say a 30, 70% chance that shot would go in. So you can gamble the way that back then with the defense that Tibbs is using right now. But you can't gamble, especially if you have a coach like Greg Popovich, who knows that most going to beat the ice defense every time. Motion going to beat that trapping because the feet cannot move faster than the ball. And if you look at that 8-game winning streak, our success came mainly through man-on-man defense. Now he was switching, but it wasn't a lot of traps. It was a lot of switching. It wasn't a lot of traps. It wasn't too much packing the paint, and we played good and we came out victorious. I know the injuries is playing a lot of part into what's happening with the New York Knicks right now, but our coach is supposed to do a better job of preparing the team, holding players accountable, and putting players in the right position to score or to be better defensive on the plays and helping the team. Period. I think Cam Reddish should have played last night. Period. I mean, Evan Fournier should have been out there as well, but I think he should have came in with a 10-man or 11-man rotation, or just see what in the first half, see who's playing well against who. You know what I'm saying? Who's doing what? Get some young legs on young legs. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Well, one of my first live shows, you know what I'm saying, and we had a couple of people watching in and out, and I know I gotta do more shows to get you out of them and be better prepared. But like I said, I'm a New York Knicks fan. No matter win or lose, New York Knicks is the team I choose. I'm gonna be a fan to the day I die. Trying to get my sons aboard, even my 13-year-old. Well, he's not into basketball right now, but my 20-something-year-old, he's a Laker fan. Now he switched over to the Bucks, and like I told him, he's just a bandwagoner. He's just one of them people that whatever team is hot in the NBA right now, that's who he. Nah, I don't run that way. And for y'all Brooklyn Nets fan, y'all already know how I feel. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. God bless and peace.
New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. Say go.